Once again, Samsung proves why they are the most well-known, most talked about Android OEM with an S22 Ultra. I have had my hands on this phone, the sky blue S22 Ultra, for like a month, almost a month and a half at this point. So I've had many hours of use on this thing in the past month. And I think it's time we talk about my experience with this phone and whether or not you should buy one. Let's get started. So this phone retails for around like $1,200 to $1,500, depending on how you spec it. I'm sure it goes more. I just haven't looked at that because I don't need a terabyte. So build quality, overall construction, appearance. God damn, this thing's pretty. Just the design of it on its own is gorgeous, but the black and blue, beautiful. Now I will not lie, when I was pre-ordering, I was torn between blue and red. And I ended up getting blue because this is what let me check out faster. I saw Ken from Austin Evans' channel. He's got the red one, and oh, it's kinda hot. I really like it. It's an understated blue. Like if you look at it the wrong way, it looks kind of like gray or almost white, but then the light hits it, it's very blue. You got those holes on the back for your 4 cameras, your flash, your IR, and laser autofocus, and whatever the hell else they got crammed in there. Flat top and bottom, curved sides. I'm not the biggest fan of the waterfall display, the Infinity Edge, if they still even call it that. It feels comfortable. I like the way it looks. I just get a couple false touches every now and then, and it's kind of annoying. The front of this bad boy, he has 6.8 inch, 120 hertz LTPO AMOLED display, which means it can go anywhere from 120 hertz all the way down to one refresh per second, which is stupid for battery life. Then we have Samsung's signature under the screen ultrasonic fingerprint reader, very snappy. And then the biggest feature of this phone hardware-wise is on the bottom, the S Pen. So don't crucify me, please. I gave it an honest shot. I gave it a month and a half. I'm not really an S Pen guy. I haven't really been a stylus guy for forever. I have a Moto G stylus. I had an LG Stylo 6. I had a Note 10 Plus for like a week last year and got angry because all the buttons were on the left side and sold it at a loss. I'm more accepting of a stylus on a tablet. Every iPad that I have that supports an Apple Pencil has one paired to it. I use the S Pen with my Tab S7 all the time. I'll still use the S Pen in the S22, but it's a lot more of scrolling through the interface and a lot less of actually taking notes. I did give it a fair shot. I tried to write a lot of my notes, a lot of my ideas. It's just, I think it falls into the same category as speech to text for me. And I'm just a lot more comfortable typing than writing. Again, don't crucify me. I know you're out there. I know people that swear, absolutely swear by just the S Pen, not even a stylus and a phone, the S Pen, and will not buy a phone that does not have S Pen compatibility. I know you're out there. Don't hate me. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not for me. But all right, externally, really appealing phone. What about under the hood? Same story, very appealing. So we have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip, which still is a terrible name. 8 Gen 1 chip paired with 8 or 12 gigs of RAM, depending on what storage configuration you get. And your options are 128, 256, 512, and a terabyte. If you get the 128, you get 8 gigs. I opted for 256 just to have the extra 4 gigs to play with the full phone, not neutered. I don't need 12 gigs. I probably didn't even need 8. I could probably live with like 6, but this thing is stupid quick. It is unnecessarily fast for what I put it through. Battery life on this thing is absolutely amazing. I think I went like 3 days without a charge at one point, like real light use. Again, considering that this is my secondary device, it gets a lot less use than my iPhone, but it still gets a lot of use. I think I went 3 days, almost 3 full days without charging it. So yeah, they've got some Samsung space magic going on in here for battery life. And then the software experience. Android 12, One UI 4.1. It's the same experience that I had with the A53 5G, which if you haven't checked that video out, it's up here. It's a good experience. It's very snappy, very fluid. Haven't had any hiccups whatsoever, as you would expect from a brand new $1,400 smartphone. Actually, that's a lie. I've had one issue, and it is entirely specific to this phone. Filmic Pro, the app that I use to mainly shoot B-roll, won't open. Just will not open on this phone. I don't know if that's a bug on Filmic's end or Samsung or who, but this is the only phone that I have that can run Filmic but won't. But it's been a fluid, seamless experience outside of Filmic, of course. Now, what hasn't been a seamless, fluid experience is the flip cover case that Samsung offered me when I pre-ordered this. It's not bad, right? Like it fits on the phone perfectly as it should for an OEM product. It completely negates the camera bump. It works with the phone to have the little window up here, but sometimes it doesn't. It's only happened like 3 times, and interestingly enough, 2 of the 3 times have been at a Burger King. But sometimes the phone doesn't know the case is on it, and it doesn't show the little window. Doesn't want to do that. It just has the regular always on display, and you open and close it as much as you want, and it won't pick it up until you take the case off and put it back on, which is all right, I guess, whatever. It's mild inconvenience. But the one thing that really irks me is this. So if I have the phone, right, it's unlocked, and then I close the case, but then I open it, it's still unlocked. But if I close it and I leave it for 5 seconds, then it locks. Anything shorter than that, I have to close it and hit the lock button, and then it locks. Which wouldn't be that big of a deal if the industry hadn't done the opposite of that for the past 11 years. The wallet cases and the folio cases that Apple has for the iPhones, close those lock the phone. Smart covers, smart keyboards, third-party smart covers and keyboards for iPads all lock the tablet when you close them. Hell, even Samsung's own flip cover for the Z Fold 3 locks the phone when you close it. Sure, it does a poor job at doing it, but it does it. I'm not even upset that like the rest of the world's doing it except Samsung, but Samsung is even doing it in their own product stack, and it's just not present on this phone. I'm not gonna cut too many points because this is an optional accessory. It does not come with the phone. You have to spend an extra 50 bucks on it. It's not relevant to the phone performance itself, but I figured it because it is an inconvenience that I've experienced while testing this phone, I'd throw it in for those of you that might be looking to grab the case with it. So my usage of this phone has been nearly perfect, as I was expecting from a brand new $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 Samsung smartphone. And that's really what to take away from this, is if you are looking for a phone from Samsung that's going to last you for the next half decade and be super quick, super snappy, get the newest updates, this is it. Or maybe the S22 or S22 Plus, whatever. If you don't like the big phone, don't like the curved edges, definitely look at the S22 Plus. If you want the S Pen, you got 2 options, really. You have this, the S22 Ultra, and then you have the Z Fold 3. And the Z Fold 3, you have to spend extra to get the S Pen in this stupid case. The S22 is the most Note-like thing that Samsung's done in a year and a half, so I feel like more people will be inclined to go with that. If you have a phone from 2020, 2021, you probably don't need to upgrade to this unless you really, really want to. But yeah, I wholeheartedly recommend this phone. It is quite the specimen. I just wish they could figure out what the hell's happening with this. But the phone itself, just take it out of the case. This right here, solid purchase, will not be disappointed. I think this might be my my default secondary phone from now on, unless I'm testing something else or whatever. I think my SIM's gonna be firmly planted in the S22 Ultra. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know down below, are you upset at the death of the Note, and is the S22 Ultra a worthy Note replacement? Let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.